When Hank first laid eyes on the tiny, wrinkly, hairless creature with 3 eyes and blue skin in the pet store, it was love at first sight. Hank didn't know its species, only that the sign said, "Exotic pet from planet Snarlgabax, handle with care." But Hank wasn't deterred by the unknown alien. He marched up to the clerk, intent on taking home the weird little blob. At first, Hank struggled to name his new pet. He mentally cycled through various alien-sounding names, but none fit. When the creature made a strange snargling sound, Hank rejoiced at finding the perfect name, Snargblat. Over the next few weeks, Hank learned the creature's care. He quickly discovered it hated the cold and loved being swaddled in blankets. Hank also learned it had an endless appetite for ketchup and pizza. When Hank first brought it home, his roommate Brad was skeptical. Inwardly, Brad grumbled about the creature sliming his belongings, but after witnessing it balance spoons on all 3 eyes, even Brad had to admit the alien's charm. Soon, Hank and his pet were inseparable. Hank fashioned a pouch to carry it around town. The citizens of South Bend weren't sure what to make of a man toting a wrinkly blue alien, but Hank didn't care. He and his pet were blissfully happy in their bizarre little world. Some think pets resemble owners. If so, Hank and his pet were 2 peas in a pod, both quirky, affectionate, and content in their weirdness. That's how they liked it. One day, Hank brought his pet to the park. On a whim, he decided to enter it into the pet talent show. Hank patiently coached it on balancing increasingly precarious objects. For the big finale, it would balance a bowling ball, 5 brooms, and a unicycle all at once. The big day arrived. Backstage, the other pets eyed it nervously, but the creature was unfazed, happily slurping ketchup off Hank's fingers. When their turn came, Hank led it on stage. As the crowd murmured curiously, Hank began stacking items on its head. First the bowling ball, then brooms, then the unicycle. The audience gasped as the implausible tower grew, but the pet held steady, waving its 3 eyes endearingly at the stunned crowd. The act was a hit. The judges awarded first prize to Hank's pet. As the crowd cheered, Hank swelled with pride for his alien friend. Their bizarre talents had wowed the audience. On the walk home, Snargblat snuggled contentedly in his pouch as Hank daydreamed. Perhaps Snargblat was ready for stardom on a grand scale. Hank imagined America's Got Talent, Snargblat dazzling millions on the big stage. And afterwards, photo shoots with fans clamoring for alien autographs. Hank's fantasies were interrupted by a loud rumble. Looking up, he spotted a gleaming silver spacecraft descending rapidly from the sky. It landed in the park nearby. A door opened and out stepped another Snargblat, though this one wore a shiny metallic translator collar. Telepathically, the new Snargblat explained the situation to Hank through his collar. Snargblat was an esteemed doctor from the planet Snarlgabax. He had traveled to Earth to study human habits for an important research paper. But on arrival, the doctor had gotten lost and stranded without resources. Adopting the role of pet was the only way to survive until the rescue ship arrived. The Dr. Snargblat thanked Hank sincerely for the hospitality and care. Though sad, Hank understood it was time to bid his alien friend farewell. The 2 Snargblats embraced warmly. Then, with a final snargling sound, the Snargblat doctor returned to his ship. Hank waved goodbye as the spacecraft zoomed up and vanished into the stars, off on new cosmic adventures.